class 4. How are you all? I hope all of you are fine. This is your DJ ma'am again. So, in the last video, we completed some other topics of the chapter Landform of the World. Now, today we will cover more topics which are like peninsula, bay, coast, strait, river, island, delta from the chapter Landforms of the World. Now, what is a coast? What is coast? Coast means a place where the land meets the sea. Here you can see a diagram. This is water and this is land. This line, you can see the line. This is the line where the sea is meeting the land. We call this as coast. Coast and beach is not same. You went to Digha. I know many of you went to Digha and Puri. So the place where you people walk, right? That is a beach. That is not a coast. What is a coast? The line where it is, the land is getting, where the land is actually meeting the sea. That is called a coast. Now, what is a peninsula? Peninsula is a landmass which projects into the sea . So, what is a peninsula? This southern portion of our country, India, is called a peninsula. You can see that this landmass is projecting into the sea and is surrounded by water on three sides. Arabian Sea, Bay of Bengal and Indian Ocean. So, it is surrounded by water on its three sides. We call it as a peninsula. The tip of any peninsula, this is the tip of any peninsula is called cape. What we call it? Cape. That is tip of the peninsula. Now, the southernmost tip of our Indian peninsula, is called Cape Comorin or Kanyakumari. So, the tip of the peninsula is called Cape and the tip, that is the southernmost tip of the Indian peninsula is called Cape Comorin or Kanyakumari. Now, what is a bay? Bay is another landform that we will see in the oceans, mainly formed in the oceans. Now, what is a bay? Bay, here you can see in the diagram that bay is what? Water body. This is a water body which is running into the land. See, it is running into the land and surrounded by land on its three sides. It is surrounded by land on its three sides. We call it a bay, like Bay of Bengal. Bay of Bengal. Okay. Now, what is a strait? This is a new thing. What is a strait? What is a strait? Strait is a narrow passage of water. This is a narrow passage of water which is connecting two large bodies of water or two seas. This is called a strait. Now you can see between India and Sri Lanka, this is a strait which is connecting two large water bodies. We call it as Palk Strait. So, what is a coast? A place where the land meets the sea. Some are rocky and some are sandy. What is a peninsula? A landmass which projects into the sea and is surrounded by water on three sides. They're like the Indian peninsula. The southern portion of our country, India, is called a peninsula as it is surrounded by three oceans, Arabian Sea, Indian Ocean and Bay of Bengal. The tip of a peninsula is called a cape and the tip of the southernmost tip of the Indian peninsula is known as Cape Comorin or Kanyakumari. What is a bay? See, this is a bay. That is a water body which is running into a land and surrounded on three sides by land, like Bay of Bengal. See, it is also surrounded on three sides by land. So it is called a bay. What is a strait? This is a strait, a narrow passage of water which connects two large seas or two water bodies. It is connected to water bodies. Here it is Bay of Bengal, and here it is Indian Ocean. So it is connecting two larger bodies of water. So now what we learned then today? What is a coast? A place where the land meets the sea. Some are rocky and some are sandy. What is a peninsula? A landmass which projects into the sea and is surrounded by water on three sides. The example, Indian Peninsula. Or Arabian Peninsula, which is the largest. The tip of the peninsula is called Cape, and the southernmost tip of the Indian peninsula is called Cape Comorin or Kanyakumari. What is a bay? A bay is a water body which is running into a land and is surrounded by land on three sides. You see, like Bay of Bengal. What is a strait? Strait is a narrow passage of water which connects two large water bodies or two seas, like Palk Strait, which is located between India and Sri Lanka. Now, what is an island? Island is a mass of land which is surrounded by water on all sides. So, island is a landmass which is surrounded by water on all sides. See, for example, Andaman Nicobar Islands. Andaman and Nicobar Islands. Okay, so what are islands? A landmass surrounded by water on all sides. For example, Andaman and Nicobar Islands. So now let us go ahead with rivers. What is a river? Long streams of flowing water. Long streams of flowing water that ultimately flows into the sea. It's called a river. For example, river Ganga. Now, the rivers are two types: perennial rivers and non-perennial rivers. Now, what are perennial rivers? Perennial rivers mean the rivers which have water throughout the year. What are non-perennial rivers? Non-perennial rivers are the rivers which do not have water throughout the year. These are the rivers which only have water during the rainy season. So we can call them as rain-fed rivers. That means the rivers which are fed by the rain. What are perennial rivers? These are the rivers which have water throughout the year. From where they get water throughout? They get water from the melting of the snow. So we call them as snow-fed rivers. Most of the rivers of the northern India are perennial in nature, like river Ganga. And most of the rivers in the southern India are non-perennial in nature. For example, the Mahanadi. Now, let us move to some different terms of the rivers. So now let us move to different terms associated with rivers. Is tributary and a distributary. What is a tributary? Tributary means smaller rivers that joins the main river. Like here, this is the main river and these are tributaries which are joining the main river. For example, River Yamuna is a tributary of River Ganga. Now, what is a distributary then? Distributary means a channel into which the main river Now, what is a distributary? A channel into which the main river breaks up. So, this is the main river which breaks up into different channels. These are called distributaries. These are distributaries like River Hooghly, which is a distributary of River Ganga. Now, we will learn about a very interesting fact. What is a delta? What is a delta? What happens when the river now rises from the mountain? At that time, this is a mountain. So most of the time, the river rises from the mountains when the glacier melts. So when the river rises from the mountains, at that time, the river is very energetic, full of energy, like you people. Now, after coming down from the mountains to the plain, they go on becoming tired because they carry sand, silt, and clay with them. So it is very heavy. And they became very tired when they carry them. Now, when they reach the sea, the place where now the river will meet the sea, there the river becomes very, very tired, and now he cannot carry any more load. So, what the river do? The river go on dumping all the sand and the silt and all the loads here, where the place where the river meets the sea. So, here we will see that it forms some triangle-shaped landforms. What landforms? Triangle-shaped landform. And this landform is known as a delta. Is known as a delta. Example, the Sundarban Delta. It is formed by River Brahmaputra and River Ganga. So what happens when the river comes down from the mountains to the plain? It becomes very, very tired. As soon as it reaches the sea, the river cannot carry any more loads. So river deposit, that means dump the loads. And here a triangle-shaped landform is formed, which is called a delta. So what we learned in the last video, we learned about coast, bay, peninsula, strait, island, river, perennial rivers, then non-perennial rivers, tributary, distributary, and a delta. So with this, we are completing this chapter. Anywhere, if you have any problem, do ask me. I can repeat those terms again. For today, I'm signing off. Take care and go on reading the PDF that I have provided you and go through the video. Thank you.